Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hi there. Hello. Going live today. Going live. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. And what date is it? It's the 15th of October. 15th of October. Right. David was here. He got his army pension today. So that's him away now. That's him gone away again to spend his money, probably on alcohol. The usual. But it's up to him what he wants to do with his money. But he was due me money, so I did get it. I did get my money. He was due me like about £100, so I got £100, and he bought us a couple of cans of beer, and he bought us gas and electric for my pay-as-you-go meter. Right, I went out last Tuesday just for a little while, and it wasn't far. It was a place in Dundee, and it was called Lochee. The scheme's Lochee. I went down there. It's probably just over a mile from where I stay, a mile and a half, I would say. And I was after a microphone. And I got one, a second-hand one, from a shop called Cash Converters. Now, I'm going to go off camera for a second because I'm going to wait to get it. I want to be a second here. It's just over there, okay? Yeah, right, I've got it. Right, I've got it. So I was after a microphone for a power speaker that I bought from a shop in Dundee called Kenny's store in Dundee. They do a lot of good stuff. A lot of well, they sell guitars, pianos, synthesizers. Let me get that out. Synthesizers, drum kits, everything, and microphones. Kenny's had a microphone in a couple of weeks ago, but I never got the chance to go down and get it. And it was what was the make of it now? I can't remember the bloody make of it. I was going to get a Shure one, a Shure microphone, but I had another one in, but I can't remember the make of it. It was a good make though. But somebody had bought it. It was well, they only had the one in. Somebody bought it. So I got a second-hand one from Cash Converters, which is a second-hand shop, who sell things. They've got a store in the Lochee and one in the city centre. So I went to the one in the Lochee last Tuesday and I bought it. And it's only a cheap one, and I think it's the same make as the Fenton mics and speakers that you get. It's Skytech one. So that's it there. And they tested it in the shop. David went to get it for us because David says, I'll go and have a look in the shop because I couldn't be bothered going into the shop. So I just sat in a pub and he come back. He says, I've got a couple of microphones. One of them was really expensive. It was like about £170. I went, oh no, it's just for mucking about with, for when I do my DJ and stuff, kind of in the house and that, talking over. So I got this one and it's a Skytech. Now, I used to have Skytech speakers. In fact, I've got one sitting over there. I don't know, sitting in the corner underneath the jukebox. It's a 400 watt one, 400 watt RMS. And I used to use that years ago when I'd done mobile DJing, a long time ago. And it was quite a good sound. Well, it sort of stood its ground, to be honest. And it was quite a good speaker, even though it was cheap. So anyway, David got us the same make as that speaker, Skytech. I'm gibbering here, it's just a chat. And it was only £10. £10 for it. It's a hard case on it. It's a hard case. It's plastic, I think. It's no metal. It's no metal. The top bit is the grill's metal on it. And it's got an on and off switch. And David says, the guy tested it in the shop and it's really loud through the speaker. It sounds really good. I went, that's fine. So £10, that was good, eh? But David says to me, have you got an XLR cable for it? Because it's XLR, the top bit. And, well, you could use maybe like a 1/4-inch jack on the other side, but it's your 3-pin XLR on the top, as far as I know. And it says to David, yeah, I actually do have a XLR cable of cheap mics. This is the cheap mic of a karaoke system that I've got. It's not an old karaoke system, but it's not a dear one. So that's a cheap mic off it, which is XLR. Same as that, actually. See it, the pins. 3 pins on the cheap one, 3 pins on that one. So it says to David, yeah, I've got a XLR cable to fit into off of the cheap mic. In fact, I've got quite a few because I've got like 5 of the cheap mics. They're crap. They're crap mics. But it says I've got an XLR cable. So here's one here. It's a bit tangled. It shouldn't be. Must have put it in there when I was drunk. So I was like, well, this will be great. I've got an XLR cable for it. So there's the mic that I bought. There's the XLR cable. It fits in. Fits in. See? Fits in, no problem. On the other side, a 1/4-inch jack. The other side has a 1/4-inch jack on it. So when I got home, I couldn't wait to get home last Tuesday to test it. I got home and I went upstairs to the power speaker. It's a good power speaker that I got. And I plugged it in, you know, the 1/4-inch jack, and I put on the mic. Does it work? Nope, it doesn't work with this cable. Now, I tested the cable. I thought maybe the cable was broke. But I went away and tested the cable on the cheap mic, and it works on the cheap mic. But for some reason, it doesn't work on this mic, which is weird. So I'm actually thinking to myself, there, maybe these cheap mics, I've got the 1/4-inch, you know, the XLR socket on them, the SIM. But I was actually thinking maybe the cheap mic is wired up totally different from these mics, you know, like the sort of more professional mics. So maybe it's just like a different signal that comes through it, but they've just sort of used the same sort of, do you know what I mean? If that makes any sense. They've used the same sort of plug, but it's wired up different because it's not a proper XLR cable, maybe. So I'm just wondering. So I'm going to have to go away and get an XLR cable for this microphone, but I was actually thinking to myself, they're pretty dear. So I might just hang on. I got that money for David, so I'll probably just buy myself a Shure mic. I was going to get a Shure mic anyway. But this will maybe do as a spare, you know. So I think it'd be better just buying a new mic and with an XLR cable, of course. And then I could test the new XLR cable on this mic. And if it doesn't work, then I'll go, well, the mic really doesn't work, even though David says it did. Or maybe it's just conked it. But he said it worked in the shop. David says it worked okay in the shop. It's a heavy mic, Skytech mic. But not the best of mics, of course. But it would do for what I need it for. So that's that. What am I up to? I've been awfully tired. I've been pretty tired. David's been up a lot this week. And I've just been tired. David was helping the neighbour yesterday, John. He's a poet. Just poetry. He's good. They were burning branches off a tree. They were cutting down a tree in the garden because John's away to get a greenhouse, as far as I know. So David was at it most of the day. I didn't mind. I was getting sort of peace and quiet. So from 12 noon yesterday up until probably about 9 o'clock last night, when it was pitch black outside, they were like cutting bloody tree branches and putting it on a fire. And there was nothing but smoke everywhere, you know? Nothing but smoke. And I was starting to choke with a wee bit of... Okay. It had to be done, though. It had to be done. Right. What else am I up to? Well, nothing really. I'm just sitting in. I was chilling out with Skittles. Skittles is sitting there on the sofa. And David's away home, as I say. What was I going to say? Oh, my neighbours next door, they've got their grandchildren up because it's the October holidays. And I was wondering why the wee boy wasn't out. There's a boy and a girl, Blake and Bella, their names are. And she told us that Blake had chicken pox. We went, oh, right, so he's getting kept in the house. That's something I've never ever had, chicken pox, you know. So, yeah, just keeping them in the house. That's about it. There's not really much to say. Apart from that I changed the name of the channel, but I'm not too sure whether to keep that name, to be honest. I'll probably change it back to the original Hungry Nuts Aussie, or maybe just come up with a brand new name for the channel. I thought I'd put David on it, because David's name's Shepherd. He's second name, so I thought, and he gets called Shep. So I thought I'd put Shep on it because he does come on some of the videos. But I'm just actually wondering whether to keep it that name or change it back. But I've got 14 days before I could change it back, because I can't change it back just now, as far as YouTube are telling me. So that's that. I'm really fed up. I'm really fed up with it. I'm going to chill it. I'm glad David's away home. It's good when he comes up at times, but just like do argue a lot, as everybody seems to know on YouTube now, because I mention it a lot. But I'm glad that he's away home. And yeah, that's about it, really. Right, I'll get going just now. That was just a live chat. Look after yourself. I'll catch you on my next video. Thank you if you subscribed to the channel. It means a lot. If you haven't, can you maybe consider doing that? In the meantime, have a nice Wednesday. It's bye just now. Oh yeah, I might cook some pasta there. Make a pasta dish. Right, bye for now. Take care. That's coming up to 10.5 minutes. Bye. Love yous.